Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, I don't know where to begin in this video. When I first made my YouTube video, like way back in 2010, like my first ever video to be uploaded on YouTube with me in it, I was only 7 years old, and I was that typical, kid that loved to play video games, and had his little PS2 hooked up to that corner into that house that we used to live in. And I actually still have that PlayStation 2 as well. It's hooked up to my TV right now, and yeah, along with my Xbox One and my Switch, so that's cool. Not only did I love to play video games a lot, and I still do, I was a pretty creative kid, I'll admit. In my mind was just this imagination that I like to envision and write myself. It's basically like, making yourself a little movie, like writing a story and then bringing it back to life, as you play with toys, because when you play with toys, a kid needs an imagination. He or she needs to envision this story in his or her head. And that's what I did. No script, just whatever comes to your mind. Do you like it? Do you not like it? And, play it out, And then, of course, I started getting into writing. And, not only that, but I've also loved to draw as well. And I still draw, actually. I actually draw much better, of course, than I did, before. I just really enjoyed my creativity. And, I actually took advantage of that creativity by writing an entire book when I was in 5th grade. Hold on, I came prepared. You see this? This is an entire story that I wrote when I was in 5th grade. Check it out, check it out. Every single word, every single illustration that you see here, all written and drawn by me when I was only in 5th grade. How many chapters there are? Hold up a second. I gotta check this out. How many chapters? Does it say here? No. Hold up. How many chapters are there? Fucking 7 chapters. 7 long chapters. Crazy, right? I just really loved my imagination. Ever since I was a late preteen or mid preteen, I guess, and just a little young teenager, I loved what I came up in my mind. And you know what? I use that for something. And I still do. Every episode of a me show that I produce for you guys, every story that I write on Wattpad, I remember writing that one creepypasta, Mega Man X Neurosectia. And I was really proud of that work. All right, no, seriously. If you guys don't follow me on Wattpad, which I leave the link to down in the description, in every video. Well, I guess almost every video. I don't know, because the memes that I upload. In that link is my Wattpad page, obviously, and you'll find some stories. And my most popular one in that account is Mega Man X Neurosectia, the creepypasta that I've wrote for I don't know, for an entire 2 months, I'd say, in 7th grade. Because my ex-girlfriend, who was already my girlfriend again, because yeah, we're back together, she introduced me to Wattpad, actually. And I'm like, holy shit, you could write stories here? And, from there, I wrote that creepypasta it was the end of the fucking world, and I would try to fulfill my last wish. And you know what? Reading it now, it's not as good as I wanted it to be. It's kind of like this book over here. Yeah, I mean, for a little rough draft, I would say, it's pretty good. But just because I don't really like it doesn't mean that I want to get rid of it. I'm still proud of that work that was really time consuming, especially with that creepypasta. And I gotta say, I think the Castlevania creepypasta that I'm currently writing will be better. But when it comes to terms of writing, which is something that I feel really passionate about, well, I guess I don't anymore. And it's not just in writing, but I kind of feel like the creativity that I used to have is kind of fading away. I don't know. I tell myself that I'm gonna finish that Castlevania creepypasta. Ask me that question right now, and I'm just like, I don't know. And everything else is being stressful as well because I got school, and then pretty soon I'm gonna be starting college. And you know what? I heard college is going to be like a lot more time consuming and a lot more harder than, what high school is. All the money that you have, textbooks, materials, tuitions, and, you barely get to eat as well because, you have all that money that you need to, buy what's necessary, to pay for what's necessary. And they come off to be pretty expensive as well, and that's what makes it more stressful. Am I prepared? Am I still going to go to college? Well, yeah. Like, I want to become a filmmaker. I want to become a director, a writer, maybe even an actor. And that's a dream that I want to, keep chasing no matter what. Because I know deep down inside of me, that came out so wrong. I know deep down in here that creativity that, I'm lacking, it's somewhere in there. That imagination that I used to have, it's somewhere in there. The motivation that I had when I was writing, especially with that creepypasta, and also that Castlevania creepypasta, it's somewhere in there. And I'm really trying to pull it out. Oh my god, I'm always saying a bit of dirty sounding shit, but okay. And, yeah, that's the thing that, makes me feel good about rambling, because I actually feel like I have someone to talk to. I know not a lot of people, really watch my videos, even though I have, over 250 subscribers. I still feel like there's people listening to me, and obviously it's you watching this video right now, and that's what comforts me, and I feel like I can actually do something. And yeah, that's kind of the reason why I'm a little sad as well, because I compare myself to who I was back in the past, and I guess I like myself, yeah, in terms of how I look, how I sound, how I act. I find myself as an improvement. But sometimes when you improve, you gotta give up certain things. It's kind of like what Sigma said in that fucking Day of Sigma from that Mega Man X Maverick Hunter game on the PSP. I don't know, but it was a little OVA. Man, you know what Sigma said? The antagonist? Sometimes evolution requires sacrifice. And, thinking about that now, I'm just like, shit. A quote from a video game, or an OVA, part of a video game, that is actually pretty inspiring. And also kind of does make sense. Sadly. Alright. But, yeah, alright. But, thank you guys so much for listening. Hey, next gameplay for sure Fortnite. Alright, Season 7 looks really fucking amazing. And yes, we're definitely going to try to beat World of Light for Smash Bros. Ultimate. Alright, that series is going to continue. That Castlevania creepypasta that I mentioned, I don't know, I'll try, alright? I think it's most likely that, I'll actually be able to finish it, but, yeah. So, stay tuned for more content in this channel. I don't know when I'm gonna be doing another episode of Me Show, and that's the thing. Like every episode that I produced that required my creativity, that required that imagination that I used to have. But I don't know. I'll try not to give up. I feel like I can do this. And yeah, this is Markiplier. I mean, no. This is Mega. Sorry, I was literally thinking about Markiplier when I don't know why. I think about a bunch of random shit when I'm like, this is Mega Reaper. Have a Merry Christmas, and yeah, peace out.